done lost my mirror. Hello everyone, and hello upgrade. Can we say backdrop? We hung her up. We have a little setup going right here. If y'all could see this setup. This is the trailer park rig right here. This is interesting. Today, we did this lovely warm-toned fire realness inspired by Thomas Halbert. I saw him do something similar to this in a review video he was doing, and he used the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. Obviously, this is a sunset on your eyes. He wasn't too thrilled about the palette, but the look that he came up with, I was so living for. So this was inspired by that video. Thank you, Thomas. Loving this whole halo eye fantasy look today. Let's get into it. Okay, so I've already done my foundation and my base, my contour, blush, brows, that kind of situation. And I've already primed my eyes and set my eyes. I used my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla and my Coty Airspun powder to set it. So I believe for the eye portion, I'm going to switch into voiceover mode just because it's going to save me some time and it's easier. And also I don't have great audio quality right now, so hopefully that'll change down the line. I can get myself a microphone. But as for right now, hunty, she is going to do a voiceover. So let's just see how this works. We're going to try it out. So I'm going to start by taking my IT Cosmetics Superhero brush. This has 4 settings. I'm using the all over shadow setting. And I'm dipping into my Morphe 12P palette and picking up that bright yellow shade on the top row. And I'm going to start blending that in my transition area. And I'm taking it quite high, not all the way up to the brow bone, but I do want it to be high and I want it to be super intense. When you look at this eye look, this bright, intense yellow is one of the first things I want to be noticed. So just take your time, build up the intensity, make it neon, I'm telling you. Alright, now that we have Maleficent realness going on here, I'm going to pick up my IT Cosmetics double-ended blending fluffy brush and dipping into the Morphe 3502 palette, that really deep, bright orange on the second row in the middle. It's called Ablaze. And I'm going to start blending that in my crease area, being very mindful of where I've placed that yellow. I don't want to blend over it. I want that yellow to still be peeking out. But what I'm going for here is a nice blurred gradient from orange to yellow. And when you do this right, honey, it's going to make your eye look neon glowing, just like that. Now, darling, I'm taking a little pencil brush and I'm gonna dip into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm mixing the shades Love Letter and Venetian Red, and I'm gonna put those on the inner and outer corner of my eyelid. And if you'll notice, as I'm patting it on, I'm also kind of wiggling my brush a little bit, and that is to kind of keep it blurred. And I'm also leaving the center of the eyelid bare because we're gonna go in with another shade there later on, honey. Now, without picking up any additional product, I'm just going to run that brush lightly back and forth in the crease, also being mindful of that orange and that yellow that we previously put down. Alright, so we've graduated from Maleficent to full-blown Lion King, darling. And now I'm going to take that IT Cosmetics brush again and that Ablaze shade, and I'm just going back in the crease to re-intensify that. And I'm doing this because I want every color in this look to have its own little moment. And what I mean by that is I want the colors to be blended and unified but at the same time, I want them to be distinguishable. I want you to see that yellow and see that orange and that burgundy, and I want them all to pop. Now doing the same thing with that first brush and our initial yellow shade. Again, it's just about the intensity. Girl, it's got to pop. Now I'm just taking that same brush with no additional product and blending in circular motions to get rid of any harsh lines or patchiness that may be there. Okay, so we got some goodness going on here, some warm tones, honey. But for this part of the tutorial, I'm gonna switch back to talking through it, just because this is gonna be a little built-in, like, first impressions on this particular product. I'm going to be using, this is the star of the show. This is a little, I believe this is a pigment from Makeup Forever. A friend of mine gave this to me, and I should really ask her what this shade is, because when I run out of it, I literally have no reason left to live. It is so beautiful, and you'll see it when it goes on. Oh, I get my entire life when I put that on my eyelid. In order to make that pigment really pop and stay, I believe I'm going to be going in with the NYX glitter primer. There was some glitter in here when I originally bought this. I have used it, but I have not touched this. So y'all gonna get my real-time reactions on this product. I've never used it before. I've heard good things, and I think it's gonna work for what I need it to do. If I don't drop it on the floor first. I'm just gonna try it on my hand real quick just to see the consistency and what I'm in for. Oh, oh. Huh. It's creamier than I expected. I expected it to come out like clear. Anyway, this pigment that I'm about to go in with, I'm gonna put it over top of that swatch that I just did. This is like a mustard neon gold. That's the best way to describe it, and you'll see what I mean when I swatch it here in a second. Wow. Look at her. Oh my gosh. This is gonna go on the center of the lid. And when it does, it's just gonna set this entire eye look off. Y'all are not gonna be able... E.T., phone home. Y'all are not gonna be able to handle it. I guess I'm just gonna like spread it over the lid where I'm wanting the pigment to be. I'm just hoping that I'm still gonna be able to have some blendability. I don't know, we'll see. Let's just try it. Oh Lord. Okay. Wow, okay. Yeah, she's
pigmented.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm just dipping my pencil brush back into those two shades from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm kind of blurring the edges of that pigment there. This can be a little bit of a challenge, considering the different consistency in the two shadows, but I believe in you, don't give up. Now for the lower lash line, I'm taking that original yellow shadow on a tiny pencil brush and running it along the lower lid. Then I'm taking this little stamper and stamping Venetian red close to the lash line. Here I can be seen turning away from the camera because the sheer magnitude of my talents was simply too overwhelming. Nah, JK. But I'm taking the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil. This is a limited edition from the Heat Collection in the shade Alkaline. And I'm just lining my waterline. Now this shade is optional, but personally, I feel like it completes the look. I just think it looks super cool. Now, honey, we are going to take the brand new Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara and pop on a pair of Tarte Pro Falsies. These are in the shade Goddess. I think these complement the look so well. And now to finish off, I'm going to take that pigment that's on the center of the lid on a pencil brush and just put that on the center of the lower lash line for a little extra pop. I'm going to use this gold everywhere I can, honey. Now, I know this highlighter palette, she looks a little dirty, but let me tell you, for $6 at Sally Beauty, this is one of the best affordable highlighting palettes I've ever used. It's from the brand, I think, Real Colors. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm spraying my face with some rose water and going straight in with my fan brush and the gold shade in the palette. And I like using this gold shade for my skin tone because it's not like overpowering gold. It's more of like a champagne-y kind of a gold. And I think it complements the look really well. I'm also highlighting the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my temples because, honey, she's glowing. And now I'm taking the white highlighting shade in the palette, and I'm going to use that for an inner corner and a brow highlight to finish off my eyeshadow. And last but most certainly not least, the limited edition Vice lipstick in Fuel from the Heat Collection. And this, guys and dolls, is the complete look. I'm living for this fire, warm, sunset, fantasy, whatever you want to call it. Let me know in the comments what you guys would want to see next. I'm kind of addicted to YouTubing now, so that's cool. I got myself a little backdrop. We're moving on up. This looks a lot better. Anyway, it would mean a whole lot if you guys would like and subscribe to this channel. She's a baby, so we gotta build her up. Share it with your friends if you like this video. And hopefully soon I'll be back with more. I'm planning on doing a foundation routine for you guys because I can't be bothered to be doing a full face tutorial every time. But this was a whole lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!